Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? This is Jess Washington, COO of the Dallas Weekly, and I'm back again with attorney Bridget Williams of BLW Legal Group. Thank you for joining me for another week of Legal Talks. How are you doing today, Bridget?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're going to get right into it with something that I think not a lot of people maybe know about, and we're going to get into the many layers about this situation. But yeah, let's talk about Amazon. And look, I'm gonna just go ahead and say out front, I'm an Amazon advocate, if you will. My credit card reflects it. I got boxes in my garage. Okay, it's I'm a user, and so what I'm about to tell y'all, okay, what I'm about to tell y'all might shake up your philosophies of like people that you like to use. Some people feel like that when they find out certain information. It may alter the way that they decide to deal with that particular company. So here we go. So we recently discovered an article came out in the Wall Street Journal this week saying that Amazon routinely hires dangerous trucking companies with deadly consequences. There have been people out here literally getting hurt. It's regular contractors that basically have flags all across their records. Trucking companies hauling freight for Amazon have been involved in crashes that killed more than 75 people since 2015. Killed 75 people since 2015. And this is according to the Wall Street Journal's review. Yeah. Here's my question to you. And again, I just want to let our audience know that you specialize in auto collision, personal injury, things like this. So I'm glad that we're talking about this today. So my question to you is, although we know Amazon has a lot of money, they're well off financially too. And I'm speaking from a media perspective of having the ability for things not to blow up, because they can control the voice and things like that out there. So that's just my media perspective. From a legal standpoint, I want to know, how can they get away with so many cases without businesses or their business or their liveries itself coming to a halt?
Okay. That's a fantastic question. And the thing is that, Amazon did not get this big, by chance. All right. They are very intentional about how they have this run. They not even employ, they contract, like you just said, contractors, independent contractors to do transportation services. So you get several people all the time who have transportation trucking businesses, right? And they can get contracts with Amazon, Walmart, Target, anybody that, can allow for someone to transport their goods from place to place. Amazon even has, independent contractors with people who drive Amazon trucks or their own trucks. They can pick their own trucks, or even, sometimes you see people who will be delivering packages to your house in their personal vehicle. Have you seen that before?
Yes.
And so those individuals are independent contractors. So even if they're in a large van or if they're in their vehicle, their personal independent contractor. And so what does that mean? That means that pretty much that independent contractor is the person who is responsible for if they have an accident, if they, have someone who they're going to be the person who's responsible for purchasing the things that are necessary in order to get back and forth. So most of the time they're going to be purchasing the Amazon trucks. They're the people who are responsible for hiring, right, the drivers. So their company is the one that is going to be responsible. They're also the ones who are responsible for doing background checks on the drivers and any other employees that may be employed with the independent contractors. So they're the ones who are responsible, not Amazon. And so those independent contractors have the responsibility of doing background checks on, their drivers and any of the other people who work for them. And so those independent contractors generally will still have insurance policies, right, in order to cover personal injury matters and wrongful death cases. So when those situations, like you talked about, when someone may have died in a situation like that, then they have insurance policies that are there to cover that. And so the best thing to do someone is hurt or harmed in an accident that involves an Amazon truck or a Walmart truck, something like that, it's going to be to talk with a personal injury attorney, because
Mm,
again, you're not going to be suing or outright with Walmart. You're going to be talking with the independent contractor who is over that trucking business. And last thing, generally, in order to get those contracts with Walmart or Amazon or any large name brand, those independent contractors must have an insurance policy, right? You
right.
have to have an insurance policy in order to be able to even get those type of contracts in the first place. And that's the reason why. And so just in case something like this happens, the insurance policy that is going to be held responsible is for the independent contractor, not Amazon.
Wow. So yeah, okay, that makes total sense.
Yeah,
Why they exclusively decide to, and then it also makes more sense why you can get a package at 4 o'clock in the morning.
that
As
is true.
any other delivery company is like, I'm gonna need you to wait until 9 a.m. like everybody else. So, um,
Yeah, and
yeah,
that's another thing with independent contractors. It's the difference between that, like an employee, with independent contractors, what they want is to get the job done. However it is that you decide to get that job done, that is your pretty much decision making. They have less control over how they get that process done.
mm,
And so that's the reason why, again, because I have less control over what you're doing, and I just want you to fulfill the task, then I have less responsibility if something negative happens. So that's
mm.
why they are the ones who are responsible for themselves.
I hear you loud and clear. And so I just want to let our audience know, since like so many people, I think just like myself, probably assumed these people must be getting the bag from Amazon, you know what I mean, with like
Yeah.
lawsuits and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, I can't help but reference like Tracy Morgan winning his lawsuit like against Walmart, but the difference is that was a Walmart truck and a Walmart driver, like a Walmart employee. So
Exactly, exactly. And so those are things that you really don't find out until, most of the time litigation, or when you are in the process of moving forward with suing a company for personal injury matters. So you may not know right away, is this a Walmart truck? Is this a Walmart driver? But you
mm,
find that out in that process.
right.
Mhm.
Whew, that is a lot. And I know, is it safe to say that we're going to hear a little bit more from you later on down the line on your own platforms about this particular Amazon situation and, just a little bit more legal
Yes.
detail?
Definitely. So I'll be posting more blogs on my website, which is blwlegal.com, where we kind of are going to be discussing what type of cases can be brought, like we talked about, against Amazon, or if you're involved in a big truck case, what type of cases can be brought against them and what to do. What is it that you do immediately? What things do you need to do in the near future after something like that happens?
Absolutely. Well, we'll be looking forward to that. Bridget, thank you again for your time. You guys, if you have any questions of any legal issues or questions that you may have, please don't hesitate to DM myself directly through Dallas Weekly, or you can contact Bridget on her platform directly at Attorney Bridget Williams, or on her company site, which is BLW Legal Group. So did I get that right?
That is correct.
Awesome. Well, Bridget, thank you again for your time, and we will see everybody next week.
Sounds good.